everybody. My name is Kristina and you are with the Growth Invitation. You may notice that there's something different today, and that is that I will be hosting and Jeanette here will be answering, because I really want to hear from her what she has to say. And as you know, the Growth Invitation is all about, connecting people from across the globe, helping you on your growth journey. And that is what we are going to be doing here today. So without further ado, welcome Jeanette to the Growth Invitation.
Hello, Christina. I'm super happy and actually a little bit nervous sitting on the other side of the webcast, but I'm super happy to be here and thank you for hosting.
My pleasure. So tell us, what started you on your journey? Tell us a bit about yourself. I'd love to understand, how you became inspired to do all of what you're doing now, and helping people with self-love and transforming their lives. So I'd really love to hear more about that.
Okay, sure. So originally I'm from Hong Kong, and I came to the UK at the age of 9 with my mom and my 2 brothers. And that was at a time when it was just before the handover back of Hong Kong to China. And I think at that point, there was a lot of nervousness in Hong Kong. So we came over here as immigrants. And growing up in the UK, it was interesting. Let's put it that way. I did have loads of fun and I met loads of incredible people. But one thing that I did also do is I was met with people who have never seen a Chinese person before in their lives. We moved to a very tiny village. And what that meant was when I went to school, not only did I have the challenges of communicating because my English was not so good at the age of 9, I also had the other people gawping at me like, what does she do? What is she? Who is she? And that led me to lose my identity. I didn't want to be Chinese. I didn't know who I wanted to be, because as it took me 20-something years to realize, it doesn't matter how much I try, I can never, ever be fully English. And that's a fact. I can never be fully English. I can never look like them. It doesn't matter if I dye my hair blonde. It doesn't matter where I shop. I still won't look like them. I won't think like them. I won't speak like them. Because what I didn't realize at the time was that I just have a very different experience. And that was it. And going through that growing up, having completely lost myself, that was really hard. I had no self-love. I had no self-worth. And I had to hunt for it from outside. And throughout that journey, what it taught me was that I cannot just rely on everyone else to give me that love. I cannot rely on the external world and all the men that I can find and all the friends that I can find who reply me within 5 minutes, by the way. That was like a demand. Otherwise, oh no, they don't love me anymore. And, I realized that I kept hitting the same wall of frustration again and again. Why am I not getting to where I'm supposed to be? Why am I not up? There's something wrong with me. And my life hit rock bottom when I got to about late 20s, when I had a bully as a manager at work. And he was a very manipulative man. And basically, the experience I had was that he gave me a promotion, and then he's proceeded to tell me for 1 whole hour how I wasn't worth it. And silly me, I believed him. And that was when I hit depression. Every single day, I would ask myself multiple times, what does happiness mean? What am I doing here? What's going on? Why am I here? And it took me, I don't know how long to actually find the answer, but luckily I had super supportive friends around me. So they encouraged me to go to counseling, which I did. And I began to see the light at the end of the tunnel. I remember the first time that I came out of my shell was actually when I got the courage enough to go to the London Fashion Show in 2019. And that was when the first time my life changed from black and white to color. I saw such beautiful, vibrant colors that I've never seen in my entire life. That was when my life began.
Wow. I mean, wow. I can only imagine what you have been through as a child and how that has impacted you. But I'm also very glad to hear that, you know, realizing all of this has actually contributed massively towards you shifting your identity and becoming that new person that you are right now. And so I'd love to hear more about, you know, what has changed and what do you really think transformed you, and how is your identity different to how it was back then before that show and before that color in your life?
Great question. So actually, who I was always someone to someone else. I took on the identity and molded myself in every way, shape, or form that other people wanted. I had no identity of my own. I was a perfect girlfriend, or as I tried to be, the perfect friend, and I would change myself depending on who I was. Everything and to everyone, something different, and it was really exhausting. After that, I started seeing color in my life. I got into personal development, and that's when my life really began to shift. But after a year and a half and £20,000 worth of courses later, I was still stuck. And it wasn't until I actually fell into a program, and I say fell in because I had no idea this existed before, which is called the Elite Mentorship Forum. And that was when my life really shifted, because I found a new community who believed in me. I found a new community who was willing to hold my hand through the thick and thin, and also to celebrate me. I found a community that really celebrated who I was at that time, even warts and all, and accepted me as who I was. And through that journey, I was then able to start thinking, maybe I'm not so bad after all. Maybe, just maybe, there is something in me that is worthy. And then as I got through the program, I started learning the tools and the tricks of actually what it means to have self-love. What does self-love actually mean? And I realized it's not about the bubble baths. It's not about going out and playing and drinking all the time. It's actually about the self-awareness and the time that I give myself to grow. It's also about celebrating myself so much that I can actually share my experiences with other people and help them on their journey of growth. It's actually about being comfortable with who I was and being completely authentic to me and accepting my complete past, everything that I've deemed to have done wrong, forgiving myself, and then going, okay, I did that for a reason. I met that person for a reason. That happened to me for a reason, because guess what? Now I can really use my experience and build that bridge between that person's feeling where I was and then helping them get to the other side without having to go down all the way down and then up again like I did. And that was when I realized this is my purpose.
Brilliant. And I love your enthusiasm. I just think it's such a gift, and I am very inspired, and I'm also very happy that more and more people are waking up to all of this and are ready to undertake their journey. I also feel and I sense that there is something more that you would like to share about your purpose, because I know that you don't have your hands empty. I know that you're working a lot towards helping other people transform. So I'd love to hear about, you know, what you're currently doing and how you're working with people to inspire them to, you know, become their best versions.
Yeah, so I think part of it, and I see it as a really important part, is this webcast, because this webcast is an opportunity for me to celebrate other people who have also gone through their growth journey. Everyone's growth journey is different. Everyone's outtake is different. And I want to use this webcast to showcase that to you guys in the audience. It doesn't matter where you are, it doesn't matter where you start and what's happened in the past, because you get to decide and change whoever you want and become whoever you want to be. So that's part of it. The other part that I'm actually doing is I have become a certified trainer for the Elite Mentorship Forum, which is the program that I went on and transformed my life to who I am now. The reason why I decided to take on this role is because I really, truly believe that it works. I know that it works because I went through it, and I've seen so many hundreds and thousands of people actually go through and really see it transform them. The journey of from the beginning of, hey, hi, my name is this, to hello, my name is Jeanette, and I'm here to celebrate you all. That's the journey that I've been through. My enthusiasm and my energy comes from being able to support everyone else out there on their journey of growth. And what I'm actually doing is I'm starting my first cohort on the 28th of June. And that's where I'm actually going to be facilitating people's growth over a 6 months period and helping them build that peer group and actually get the accountability, hold them accountable whenever they get challenged, and then see them and help them transform completely the other side. Every person who goes into this program comes out a brand new person, and they radiate with love and with brightness.
Yeah, and I think you're a perfect example for that. So thank you for sharing. And we always finish off with asking, our guest speaker, if there's one tip that you'd like to give today to the audience, what would that be for you?
Now I'm put in this position, I know why everyone's like, do I only have to just give one? It is if I had to really give one, is please don't ever limit yourself. Don't ever feel like whatever's happened in the past equals who you are now. Whenever you limit yourself, you are depriving other people from learning from your brilliance. So don't ever underestimate your power and don't limit yourself.
Amazing. Jeanette, it's been so lovely to hear from you. I think what you're doing is absolutely fantastic. And I encourage everybody who is interested in their personal growth to have a chat with you, because I think you have a thing or two to share about your journey, your experience, and what really is out there and what people can do for themselves. So thank you again for this time. And I hope to speak with you again.
Thank you so much for hosting, Kristina. And yeah, we'll see you again soon.